Hello, how are you doing?
Hey. Ah, thanks for asking. Fine. What about you?
I'm fine, a bit tired. It's Friday, so all the week was full at work, and yeah, basic stuff, basic stuff.
Yeah, but that's good. It's now you can just chill out.
Yeah, exactly. But let's talk about yourself and your music.
Yeah.
So, Aleksi Kii. And you changed the name before the artist name was Pa Kiskila.
Yeah.
Why did you change the artist name first of all?
Well, my real name is Aleksi, and Kiskila is my last name, and I've always had the PA Kiskila thing. Like I think it started around 2012 something, and back then I was much more into like blues rock. Even I had like a metal background, but Pia Kiskila was like a name and like a channel for blues and folk stuff, like songwriting and all that. And I don't know if it was me or who invented that name for me back then. It was a bit of a funny time with a lot of good time with some friends, and it just stuck around for a while. But like you had a bit of difficulty saying that name as well. So when I decided that I want to have my own name and something that works both in English and Finnish. So I decided to take my own name and kind of like now when I have this new album, which is also in Finnish though, but the the genre and the style is more, it combines so many more things that is me and like what I love to do, and it's not just like one genre like rock or blues or stuff like that. So it was the best time for that change now. So it's been a long time coming, but now was the time to do that.
Yeah, yeah. So your album will be released on October 24th,
Yeah.
and it's your fourth album as an artist. And the name of the album is going to be Varjokuvia.
Yeah.
So, what can you tell about its genesis and lyrics?
Well, to put it briefly, it's an album that is quite attached to emotion, not that much in for logic. It's a very emotional album. It's kind of melancholic album, but it has a lot of hope. So that's kind of where the name comes from. It's like shadow images, or how would you put maybe silhouettes in English, that we all have that side in us, and I think there's beauty in the darkness also, and I want to embrace that beauty on this album. And also it's kind of a poetic album, since I write a lot of also without music, and I want those lyrics to be something that work also without the songs. So that's something that I'm really interested in. So it's not just the music. It's like 50-50 with the music and the lyrics. So yeah, and it has a lot of influence from rock, dark rock, post punk, uh, but also a lot of like Finnish songwriting influence. So it's kind of like a blend of all that stuff. Yeah.
Yeah, and about the lyrics, for example, you released two singles, Paranirvana and Avine. Um, what can you tell about those singles? What are the thematics in those two?
Yeah, the thing about Paranirvana is because I'm really into like Buddhist philosophy. It's, for me, it's like an everyday thing. But I like that idea of blending that naivism in, like, because paranirvana basically means the end of suffering. It is in Buddhism, it is the state of after somebody who has been enlightened dies and goes into this like they break the cycle of rebirth and they gain freedom through this. But it's as a lyric, it's kind of naivistic. So like this young person who realizes that he will never or she will never find happiness in material things and attachments, and then this person decides to like I'm gonna reach this enlightenment right now. It's like a really like a lot of youth and rebellion in that song. And yeah, and then Avain is more about trust between two persons maybe, and about people, like, you know, when you have difficulties with trusting people and creating like close relationships. And I think it's a quite a common problem, because when you trust, you also give it's more possible to get hurt, you know, when you are close with
Yeah.
someone. So that's a song about that stuff. So like, and it means key, avain, and so it's like a metaphor for opening up. So yeah,
Yeah.
that's something about that song.
Yeah. About the record process, where did you record and how long did it take to record this album?
It took maybe half a year in total, but it wasn't like going on all the time, because first I was about to make 2 EPs, but then I had enough material and enough songs for an LP, so I decided to tweak it a bit. So I had two basic, like maybe 2 or 3 longer sessions where we did drums, and in another, like, we recorded the drums with Niko Lehdontie next to Finvox. He has his own studio in Helsinki. Niko is someone who we recorded the Grave Pleasures Plague Boys album, and he's a great engineer as well. Like, he plays in Orasi Pasusu and Kairon Irse, so he's a really creative guy. And the piano we recorded here in Tampere, in the same place we recorded the cellos and the violins. It's called Space Junk Studio. And then I have my own space where I can do stuff, and I recorded all the guitars and the vocals in that place here in Tampere. But yeah, I think it was around a year in total, like a bit separated though. But anyway.
Yeah. And do you, I mean, was any time during the writing process or the recording that you had some difficulty somehow?
Yeah, it's always, and I always have some, but it's mostly about self-criticism. Like when you, for example, record vocals, you think, it's shit. But then you realize, like, after some point, you realize what you can do and what you cannot do, and you find that balance, and you have to kind of look at it in a more objective way. Like, you have to step aside of yourself and see yourself from the outside and the whole process. Like, how would other people hear it? But with drums, no problem, because the drummer is such a virtuous player. Same thing with the piano and the violins. So not much problems, but of course, like there are some challenges on the way every time, and when you're done, you're kind of like, oh, I wish I did that a bit different, or maybe I should have done that a bit different. But that's always part of every record, because on every record you kind of evolve as you do it. Like you get better as a musician when you do that record, so you can never be the same person after you've done it and before you've done it. So not many issues actually. I had some records which have been much more difficult than this one, but
Yeah. How long the record process did it take?
the whole I think I wrote the first songs in like 2022. So
Okay.
then again, it took quite many years to become a real album. So maybe 2022 I wrote the first one, and this year I wrote the last one. So there was maybe three years, at least 3.5 years, something like that.
Okay. Yeah. And talking about your record label, because you have your own, so Last Day of the North. When did you put up your record label, and how many band or artist do you have in the roster?
I think
Or
the
how it
first,
works?
yeah, the thing about Last Day is that it's me and my wife's label basically, and I think all of the stuff we released is something we have made somehow. So we don't really release other bands, at least now. So the thing is that I think it was 2019 we started to think about that, because I was releasing my first solo album, and then we were releasing the first Samane album, which is basically Sarah's thing, where I play also, and we have a drummer, Otto. And we released those two albums in 2019, and then we just kind of started, we learned so much that we were like, okay, let's keep doing. So I think we have released, I have to count, that's 1, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. I think we have released like 10 LPs. Like
Okay.
most my solo albums, then Samane albums, then one Sapata album, which was Sarah's previous band. She's not in the band anymore, but we released the album called No Sun to Embrace, and then one extreme metal artist I have, anonymously, but I don't know if it's gonna stay anonymous for very long. But yeah, that's our channel for our art. Yeah.
What are the challenge to have your own label and publish the album through your own label compared to publish the album through some trade part?
I think one of the challenges is the amount of work that comes on your own table, because if you have to, for example, do all the technical stuff, like you have to have all the codes, and you have to register the songs, and do everything so that it's like official enough, and then like, well, you don't have to do everything on your own. Like for example, you can, if you have a vinyl pressing, you can ask someone to do the mastering, and then you have someone to do the layout and all that. But then again, the more you kind of ask other people to do, then you have to have some finances to do it, and that's always expensive. So for us, main challenges are, I think, like financing, and probably the like distribution is one challenge. So there are quite a lot of stuff you have to really know what you're doing, and the first 2 years was really difficult with that. But now I don't think it's very different than on any other label, except that it's not that international. Since I have I've been on a major label like Century Media, then I was working on Swart Records for quite a few years, and then I have this own, like, this is not even a company, it's just like a label name where we can still release albums like this because we don't have to have even a company for that. But it's like all the things are the same, but it's just like a kind of, you just have to find your own ways to do that. Yeah.
Yeah, makes sense. Yeah, that there are a lot of things to do
Yeah,
yourself. Yeah.
a lot of things to know,
Yeah.
and you really have to kind of like educate yourself a bit first, because otherwise it can be a bit of a mess. Yeah.
Yeah. Talking about the music influences, so what are your main influences, and what inspire you to write music? It can, as inspiration, it can be something else that is not music related also.
Yeah, it's a good question. Musically, I I really listen to a lot of different stuff, and it's I love metal. I like metal and hardcore shows like live, basically most, and that's where my origins are in that stuff. But I also love like good songwriters, and like folk blues stuff, like really old blues stuff. I like African desert blues a lot. I like underground music, basically everything that's creative, and I like organic stuff. Like I like stuff that is like human made a lot. Like I like stuff that is not overproduced, so it's more close to the core. And but what inspires me is just life. Like I like to follow people. I like to look what they do, what they think, and my own feelings. And I like what inspires me also is imperfections. I like imperfect things. That I like broken people, and I like being a mess sometimes, because that's all part of being a human. And I I really, I used to like traveling a lot. I like to be. I went to India like 4 times or 5 times when I was younger, and all that kind of spiritual stuff was like a big inspiration also. So yeah, you can find the inspiration everywhere, and basically, if you're a writer or an artist or 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 anything like that, you just have to have your eyes open, ears open, reflect everything that's going on, and feel a lot. You have to feel a lot. Yeah.
Yeah. So let let's say, let's your heart talk and your soul feel
Yeah, you have
something like
you have to do it. You have to look beyond your mind, not just rational mind, but you have to feel like as much as you can. So, and from those feelings and that kind of stream you have inside, you can create art from that place.
yeah, yeah, yeah. That's you know, every artist find inspiration in different things, but I think that there are um, art is something that is not like mathematics and stuff like that. You cannot follow um, a certain a logic in a way. You
Yeah,
need to go with the the feeling, sensation, and all those. It's
yeah,
it's
and you can,
art.
yeah,
It's art.
and you can still combine. I like you can. There are some people who can really combine that, like, but uh, I'm really bad at that, like maths and theory. I don't even know how to read notes, and but maybe I should learn.
Well, if there are a lot of great artists that don't know how to read notes, so
Yeah.
uh, we were talking with a friend of mine, and he was saying that in the metal scene, most of the artists don't know how to read notes. And then I never asked actually, so we had this discussion that, but yeah, then I think that it depends on the background of the person, and is someone that is self-taught or went to a school academy, then you have to go through the theory. But if you play because you love to play without having a particular teacher or so on, uh, then you just listen. Does it sound good?
Yeah.
Is
Yeah.
is it this is this an harmony that I can use?
Yeah.
Yeah,
I like that approach as well. Like you, but there, I really admire people who can know in advance what will sound really good. Like they, like fucking Mozart or Beethoven. Or there are people now who can do that. Like it's really cool. Like Abba, for
yeah,
example. I think Abba was something like that.
yeah, yeah. But talking about live music,
Yeah.
you had a few show now, and you are keep having show now October until December, and some are with the band and some are solo. So if someone come to see you live, what can expect from your show?
Mm, they can expect uh, presence, but I am there with my full presence, doing something I love to do, and I I am taking no shortcuts with that. So I I have my guitar and if I have a band, we don't have any computers, we don't have anything like that. It's just like we play that music live, and I like to keep that separated. I like the unpredictability of live music, so that it doesn't need to sound like the album. And when I play solo, I I try to have fun also, even it's a bit more exciting. Like you can feel a bit anxious at first, but then when you relax, everything goes well. And I like to improvise also a lot when I play. So I don't want to play the same song this like every time. It's always a bit different, just a bit different. Maybe just a little bit, but it's always a bit different. So that's something they can expect.
Yeah, yeah. Do you have gigs coming in 2026?
Yeah, I'm
Maybe
trying
you
to.
cannot tell. Maybe you cannot tell much, but is something coming?
I hope so. I like with the band, we are trying to book things now, and it would be great to play as much as we can. So let's see. I cannot say any details yet,
Yeah,
but
but
that's the idea.
yeah. So people need to follow you on the social media to be update on
Yeah,
future gigs.
yeah.
Yeah,
Why not?
yeah. And do you have any other plans for the future? So now the album is coming out, then you have the gigs for the end of this year. What's next?
Mm, at least there's some new Samane music coming, and I'm gonna keep writing. I already have a lot of new stuff, but I just have to take it easy a little while, so that the material is gets processed in my brain enough. I don't wanna I wanna do it too quickly. So there's new stuff coming. That's for sure.
Yeah, so creative process ongoing.
Yeah, every night.
Yeah, basic life of an artist.
Yeah, try to sleep in between.
Yeah. But we are at the end of this interview. So thank you so much for your time. It was a pleasure.
Thank you.
Would you like to tell something to your fans and people that are watching this interview?
Yeah, just keep on enjoying music. Try to enjoy life, even though times are difficult. Uh, if you are an artist, keep going. It's it's uh, it's always important to create art.